I'm Kit, and this is my camper van, Willie. In September last year, I joined the VanLife community in the UK, exploring the local woods, parks, rivers and waterfalls in the nearby counties, and having a few hair-raising adventures along the way. In the previous episode, I was grumpy in some woods. I was grumpy in some different woods.
Why didn't they put it at the bloody entrance?
I was grumpy on a road. And I was banished from a windmill. Please subscribe to stay abreast of my ongoing van life journey.
Hello, you find me greasy, smelly and dishevelled at Wollaton Hall and Deer Park, and I'm reading that even though I kind of know where I am because there's a sign right in front of me and it's very hard not to read it. So I'm at Wollaton Hall and Deer Park. I'm about to pay for my parking and then I'm going to explore the grounds. As far as I'm aware, this is a stately home and also there are some deer here as well. And there's also lots of climbing frames and screaming children, so that'll be fun. Grumpy again now. I keep getting grumpy. It's because of the stupid parking thing. I don't mind paying for parking, I just really hate the fact that I have to get my phone out and download apps or phone up special numbers and do complicated shit. I just want to put coins in a slot or preferably press my card against a contactless scanner and that's it. At the bird place that I went, there was no signal so I couldn't pay. Here I managed to pay, but it's put me in a bad mood before I've even started. I'm grumpy now. Don't worry, I don't stay grumpy for long.
Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water.
The trouble with stately homes is they all want to command an arresting view. And the way they do that is by positioning themselves on the top of a hill. It didn't look like it was going to be that far to walk, but I hadn't counted on the incline. Well, at least it'll be downhill on the way back.
But not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe
So, that's Wollaton Hall. It's nice. It's kind of like how I imagine Toad Hall would look from Wind in the Willows. Very stately. There's a reason they call stately homes. It's because they're stately and they're homes. I'm in a more jovial mood now because I finally found a bench to sit on. Benches are few and far between, especially right at the top of the hill where you need them most. There was only one bench at the top of the hill and it was occupied. But now I'm in the formal gardens. I found a spare bench and very happy I am too.
it's gonna hurt even more than this does. We gave it all we had. It's time to say bye, baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse.
Well, I could stay here all day just sitting on this bench, filming the people passing by, some of them with kids, some of them with dogs. But I don't think I'm going to see any deer from this particular bench, although I've seen some magpies and some squirrels, and in many ways that's more fun because they're more skittish and faster and harder to follow with the camera. So I filmed some magpies, I filmed some squirrels, filmed some people, and filmed a dog or two. So I think I'm all done. So this is Sutton Scarsdale Historic Village, Sutton cum Duckmanton Parish Council, and cum is spelt with a C-U-M, which I find very funny. Sutton cum Duckmanton Parish Council, and I'm heading towards Sutton Scarsdale Hall, which doesn't open until 10 a.m. Oh, there's glass there. That's annoying.
In 200 yards, you will arrive at your destination.
Thank you. I really hope I didn't run over glass.
You have arrived.
However, at least the gates are open and I can park. Ooh. Well, it's quite possible that I could make myself at home here. Maybe do a bit of filming. I suppose I'm going to go and take some photographs.
I never felt tomorrow closing in this fast. Oh, I guess time's in a rush.
So I'm at Sutton Scarsdale Hall, and it's a ruin, but quite an attractive ruin, I would say. I've seen worse ruins.
Now I know what it means to grow.
Honestly, I'm more interested in the view from the hill. It's really rather pleasant.
The time I've got, it is just enough to get by. Yeah, it is just enough to get by. Sometimes I understand I'm making all the wrong demands in life. It never pays in the end, but still
So that was Sutton Scarsdale Hall. There wasn't really very much to see. The hall is a ruin. Apparently they're doing some sort of restoration on it. I took a little walk round the outside, saw some nice views across the fields and countryside. Of course, the views waited until I was back in the van before looking good, because the sun has just come out. Isn't that always the way? Once again, Google has led me astray. I keep trusting Google to take me to the good places, and instead it's deposited me outside an industrial wasteland. They told me there would be rolling fields and trees and fluffy white clouds, hedgerows, herbaceous borders, I'm exaggerating I think, wildflowers, I don't know, meadows and shit. Well, there's a mixture, there is some of that stuff here. I'm near a place called Somercoates, which Google told me would be Rude! I'm near a place called Somercoates, which Google told me would be delightful. I've parked up next to some rusty old gates and a wasteland, but if you point the camera in just the right sort of angles, you can get some relatively attractive views of rolling hills in the background. But you do need to you need to frame your shots very carefully, so that you get the pretty hills and the trees rather than the wasteland and the railings. However, there's some interesting farm gates up the hill. I've just been to get some shots. Rude! I like the gates, and the farmer came out in his tractor specially for me, just so that I could get a shot of the tractor driving past, and he waved hello. That was very nice. I'm sorry to say, this is all I have to offer in this particular episode. I would have liked to have shown you some more places, but quite frankly, I'm beat. I need to get some food and think about my life choices. So I'm going to leave it here, and hopefully next time I will be somewhere a little bit more exciting. But to paraphrase Lou from Camper Vibe, they can't all be epic. Actually, that's not paraphrasing, because that's exactly what she said. I know. To paraphrase Lou from Rude. Oh, my eyes are stinging here. To paraphrase Lou from Camper Vibe, they can't all be Critch Tramway Village. Yeah, that'll do. That was a good episode. Well, it hasn't gone out yet, but I enjoyed it. I knew when I was making the Tramway Village that I wasn't making a boring film. This time I'm not so sure. Anyway, I apologise. But if by any chance you did happen to enjoy it, and if you haven't already, you know what to do. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share, comment, do all the good stuff, and I will see you next time. See you later.